The stock market is expected to have a really interesting September. September is a volatile month. A lot of crazy things happen. And I'm going to kind of give you some insights into this. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I am your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics. We are obsessed with Black wealth, closing the racial wealth gap, and Black people getting ahead under one condition. The condition is that we expect you to be Black first. That means that if you are Black, you need to put your own community at the top of the priority list instead of saving the world. If you are Black, you have to join us in building the future of this wonderful, wonderful community. If you are Black, that means that you've got to make a plan if you want to win, unless your plan is to not win. So if you agree with the B1 philosophy, if you believe that Black people should be at the top of a Black person's priority list, put the hashtag B1 in the chat. Hashtag B1, that's the calling card. And that's also part of our 60-year plan, which we're in year 10 of this. We're in 60 years after the year 2010, which will be the year 2070. B1 children will lead the world when it comes to wealth and economics and ownership and investing and all that stuff. It doesn't matter how much money you make. What matters is how much money you keep. I don't care what kind of fancy job you have. The question is, do you own a fancy business? Even if you own a raggedy business, that's better than having a fancy job. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with having jobs, but seeking jobs, it should be only part of a bigger strategy of actual ownership and wealth building. And that's what we believe. And so if you agree, put a B1 in the chat. All right. So let's talk about the month of September. So the month of September is an interesting time to invest when it comes to the stock market. There are some interesting dynamics that I want to make you aware of so you can kind of know what to expect and what to look out for. Basically, the month of September historically has been somewhat of a down month. And a lot of, there's a lot of theories, back when I was working on my PhD and everything and doing my research at Syracuse University, I read through hundreds of research papers about this kind of thing. And I don't think they really are 100% clear on why September in October have just been historically challenged months. Actually, October on average has been positive, even though we've had some pretty dramatic crashes during the month of October. And September has just been kind of sad and down, a little bit depressed for the market. And so you may ask, well, why is that? Why would the stock market drop just because it's September? Well, there's a lot of theories on this. Some of the theories relate to portfolio managers just kind of closing their books up for the quarter and kind of making some adjustments. Some of it relates to what they call the triple witching hour, where basically a lot of index futures and stock options all expire at the same time, and that causes some crazy market dynamics, etc. But what is being noticed, what is being observed right now by some people that are watching the market is that lately, you may have noticed this, but when the market starts the day strong, it has a tendency recently to lose the gains. Like it'll start the game, it'll be real strong in the morning. It'll be kind of like I am, with my woman. My woman says you wake up with so much energy in the morning, and then about noon, you're ready to go back to bed, ready to take a nap. And that's 100% true. So the stock market does the same thing. They wake up with a lot of energy in the morning. A lot of money's being made. Everything's headed upward. And then suddenly you might see a little bit of a lull later on in the day. Well, a lot of the reason that people think that this is going on right now is because you have a market that's pretty inflated, a market that's been very, very strong. And you have a lot of people who are pretty much engaged in a financial version of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The self-fulfilling prophecy is that if the market has been doing this well, then everything that goes up must come down, right? This financial gravity is going to take hold, which means that there are people who expect the market to go down. And if a lot of people expect the markets to go down, they start selling. People don't buy when they think it's going to go down. They sell, right? So when they sell, that tends to depress prices. And that's why you have this craziness that happens in September. Now, long term, obviously, the stock market's still solid. It's still a great place to put your money. But there are a lot of uncertainties coming up. And one of the things that Jim Cramer brought up on Squawk Box, and he has a quote here that I thought was interesting. He says, I think they're just trying to get ahead of what has been historically for 20 years, a very difficult time for the market. The momentum sucks people in and then people lose money. We've got to be a little more cautious. And I agree with Kramer on this in the sense that you got to be careful because you're right. Momentum does get people excited. It makes people get on, some people jump on the what they call the momentum trade. But then there's some people who believe in what I call reversals. They believe that if the market is if it goes up, then that's your time to sell. That's your chance to get out before things get worse. And so you're going to see kind of this weird thing happening, what they call a negative intraday pattern, where the market may take off in the morning in a positive direction, end up negative by the end of the day, or maybe it starts off negative and ends up positive because people are buying the dip. But last week, as you mentioned, Deborah, I agree with you. It was very ugly. You're going to have a lot of weird, ugly weeks coming up. I can't, I just reiterate that the way you made money in 2020 was easy money. A lot of people are going to stop investing. I really believe that. I believe a lot of people who were used to that easy, fast money are just going to hop out because they're going to say, okay, I thought this was an ATM machine, but it's really not. Investing isn't built that way. But then again, though, we'll see. I hope that I'm wrong, and we'll see how this all plays out. So that's pretty much what's been going on. September, get ready. It's expected to be a strange month. I personally think that a flight to quality is a good move. I like those quality companies. I'm buying some of those things. And as I mentioned yesterday to you guys in stock market investing class, there were some stocks like Apple and a couple of others that I decided to gravitate toward because I think that those are those solid long-term plays that can help you win. Also, I agree with some other folks that they kind of look at things like fintech or companies that are related to electric vehicles and ETFs in that area that are good long-term investments. So maybe if you see a dip, it might be that time to go ahead and put some money into some of those long-term quality companies that are going to make money over the long haul, or those ETFs that are connected to emerging industries. I think that might be a good way to sock some money away that's going to help your kids become wealthy by the time they get to 20, 25 years old. All right, guys. So anyway, don't forget that tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, we are having our Dr. Boyce book club. It's totally free to the community if you come live. You got to come live, though, and you ain't got to pay money, but you got to pay attention. And basically, you don't just what we're doing is we're reading Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. We're going to read all of Dr. Claude Anderson's books in extreme detail. I'm breaking them down with a fine-tooth comb. Right now, we're on page 63 of Black Labor, White Wealth, because I need as many of our people as possible to be well-versed on not just Black economic history, but on exactly what they took from you, exactly why you're owed reparations, and exactly how you can make that argument. So tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to do that. I think Dr. Anderson's going to be able to join me tonight, which is going to be even better. And then after we finish Black Labor, White Wealth, we're going to jump into Powernomics. After we finish Powernomics, we're going to read the Black History Reader. And all those lectures, I've done about maybe 10 of them now on Black Labor, White Wealth. All those lectures, they are available, actually. If you missed them all and you want to go get a copy of all those lectures, you can actually go to the drboycebookclub.com. Now, again, it's free if you come live. But if you want the recordings, then there is a fee for that, just because, in the Black Business School, we're raising money because we believe Black people should own universities, and we're building a Black-owned university. So if you want to get a copy of all those lectures and have them forever for your children and get them all each week as I archive them, this is about a 3-year journey that we've started on this. Feel free to go to the drboycebookclub.com. I'm a big believer that Black people should educate our own children, create our own jobs, and support Black businesses. And also, Dr. Claude Anderson is going to be with us at the All Black National Convention, which you can learn more about that at allblacknationalconvention.com. It's going to be in Orlando the weekend of October 29th. And if you live near Baltimore, if you want to come down to Baltimore, I am going to be in Baltimore the weekend of the 25th. Those are the only, I'm not taking that many trips or giving that many public speeches, but the one in Baltimore will be one of the few that I do. So if you'd like to learn more about Baltimore, you can go to drboycebaltimore.com. The URL's on the screen. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Please have a wonderful day. Hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button on your way out. I'll see you tonight at the book club. Have a great evening. Talk to you soon. Peace.